right, you guys, welcome back. It's so good to see you guys. I'm so happy to see that you guys are all chilling, ready to go. So anyway, I would love to hear in the comments where you guys are from and maybe how long you've been blowing glass. And yeah, anything else you want to share. Kenzo, can you zoom in on my screen a couple so that this chat is bigger? Command plus, I believe. Yeah. Command plus. Yep, perfect. Thank you. All right. So I'm just chilling. This is like just hanging out in the studio. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have. And I'm going to be working on a couple of solid color blowouts for a piece I'm working on. We got Florida, Oklahoma, India, Pennsylvania, Bay Area, nice, but in New York, sorry. Oh, what's up? So Alec, you blew glass with Scobie Glass. I'm sure he's fun to have as a studio mate. And you tell him I said what's up. And yeah, I'd love to get him back out for another video. It was a lot of fun. So TJ's been blowing glass for 10 years and commenting on the struggle. And it's true. It's like life is complex and you gotta always try to make room for blowing glass and being creative. But it's important that you just keep at it a little bit, even if you can't be doing it as much as you want or every day or 8 hours a day. Just make sure that you give yourself a little bit of free time to be creative at least. Because that's why we all started doing it in the first place, was the desire to be creative. All right, will you put on a little bit of music in the studio for me? Somebody? On your app on your phone with the Sonos Glass Studio. Dow Glassworks. All right, now we're back. We're back to the old streams. Remember when we were doing this every day at the beginning of lockdown, you guys? We were all just stuck at home. And I was like, well, I got all these cameras. Might as well stream and blow glass with you guys every day. Doug Burney's been blowing glass for 18 years. That's a long time. Good job. Wisconsin. We got people from all over. Well, I've had just a really incredible 4 weeks. I went to Burning Man for 10 days, the longest I've ever been, and this is the 8th year I've been going, and I started going for like 3-4 days, and then 5-6 days, and then this year I went early, so I was there for 10 days, and I stayed late because of the traffic, and the traffic was still horrible. And yeah, so 10 days there at Burning Man. It was amazing. It was hot. The art was incredible. It was really good to see people. Everybody wanted to be there after 2 years of not having Burning Man, and people were ready. It was gritty, and it was also glitzy. Yeah, so that was cool. And then I went to this meditation retreat for another week right after that, and then went to the hot springs after that, and now I'm back home resettling. So I wanted to say what's up with everybody. How's everybody doing? Yeah, perfect, yeah. So I'm just pushing on some yellow here. This is that North Star old school yellow. It's one of the first colors. It has, I believe, it has germanium in it. That might only be amber purple, but I think this has germanium in it too. And I think that was one of the main chemical components that allowed the development of borosilicate colored glass. We were going through my pictures from, we have this huge photo library, like, I don't know, 150,000 pictures. And we were going through it and checking out all the old shots from the old Revere glasses and all the people making stuff. It was cool to see. We'll share some on Instagram with you guys. So, Dow Glassworks, what have you been doing? Are you gonna make your way out here and do it on the torch video for us? I know we had it scheduled, things came up, but the invitation is still there. When I get to the end here, I like to try to push this in a little bit, but not fold it. I can try to use as much of the color as possible. But then I always want to take a little bit off because of these bubbles. Oh, you guys can see we got Kenzo switching the video for you guys. I didn't even notice, I was so focused on blowing glass. You guys give Kenzo a big thank you. He is making this look beautiful for all you guys. Yeah, Dow Glassworks, no doubt. I know from the little bit that we talked about it, but I think that it would be a good experience. I think that it could be really grounding and a lot of fun in a couple of days making some stuff. So hit me up on Instagram or whatever, and we'll get the dates down and we'll make it happen. Mark Hornblue is coming in like a couple of days. He's the founder of High Volume Oxygen, the systems that produce oxygen for glass blowers. And he's going to be doing a workshop and maybe an on the torch if we have time. And it's going to be on deep fume striking. So like getting those crazy cool deep striking colors while fuming. And anyway, it's a technique I'm super excited about because, I mean, it's kind of esoteric. I mean, at least it's not part of my normal work, but I think it's super beautiful. And I'm curious to learn how he's doing it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get this nice and hot and blow some air into it. Make a bubble and see how that goes. There we go. And now we have a bubble. We have tubing out of a rod. We got 31 people watching from all over the world. I appreciate you guys spending it's my evening. Um, so I appreciate you spending the evening with me. So I live in a place where I can walk to get to the grocery store, to a butcher, the bakery, even, restaurants. So it's kind of like being in Europe, where you walk, and in the morning you get your orange juice, and maybe something from the bakery, or something for the butcher for lunch. And I like that kind of lifestyle, but it takes a lot of time. So today I decided I'm gonna do some meal prepping style stuff. It's not usually how I operate, but if you guys have experienced meal prepping, can you give me some advice on that, and anything that's worked for you or hasn't worked for you? I'm using this app, so I got all the grocery lists down, and I'm gonna go get everything. But anyway, yeah, if you have experience with it, let me know. I'm curious. Yeah, this color has silver in it too, you guys. This is it has germanium and silver, and the silver is what's giving it, I think, that blue kind of wavy look. Alright, got the blow tube. We got to get this off the metal pretty fast, because the metal is not going to contract and expand at the same rate that the glass does under heat. And so what's happening is the glass and the metal have a much different coefficient of expansion. And so if I leave it on the metal, it's just going to crack. So that's why I have to get it off the metal as soon as possible. And then I'll put this aside. I'll put this somewhere where hopefully it doesn't break off glass on me. But it might. Sometimes it does. All right. Now we'll heat this up, and you see those pretty colors, man, from that yellow. And that's the silver. You can see the silver in there too. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking now, is do it for like 4 days, pick stuff that I don't mind eating a couple of times, and put it in glass containers. Yeah, that is, I'm glad that's what you're doing too. All right, so here we go with a bubble. Put this in the kiln. We're gonna try. I have this other tubing in the kiln. I'm not exactly sure what color it is. It's a crucible tube, but I'm gonna pull that out and see what that looks like as well. That's pretty though. You can see that. That's the old school yellow, and you can see it's got blues and even light transparent purples in there. All right. Hey, Owen Glass. I just have to, I don't know if when you guys blow glass, but I have to be like really mindful of my nails and fingers, because any distraction like really messes me up. So I don't like my nails too long when I blow glass. I don't know. Have you guys, is that like strictly a me thing, or are there other people out there that are sensitive to the length of their nails while they blow glass, or anything else on their fingers? I'm curious about that. Now you guys know my secret. I've never said that to anybody, not even my closest friends. But you guys are like my closest friends, so now you know. I need my fingernails trimmed properly to blow glass. That's the secret. You guys want to know the secret? That must be the secret. Oh yeah. What are you guys doing? There's so many of you in you here, and there's only 5 likes. Come, you guys, we got to get the like button going, cause you know what happens at 100. You guys know what happens at 100? For those of you guys that have been here for a little while, what's gonna happen at 100 likes? Yep. You guys all know. Oh, you guys all know what happens at 100. A dad joke. A dad joke will happen. All right. You know, it's been a couple of months, so hopefully I can still do a dad joke. Uh-huh. All right, so here's this new tubing. I like it because it's kind of the color that I want, which is this like honey looking color. So let's see what this looks like after we work this a little bit. Okay. I'll take a question right now, Splash. Anything that you want to say, that you have a question about, I'm happy to do my best to answer it. A rusty dad joke. Well, good now, because I mean the dad jokes are going to be less rusty. I have 2 kids, and I try to be like quick with it with the dad jokes, because it's important for me that when they hear the dad jokes that they just kind of throw up in their mouth a little bit, like, ugh, dad. That's super important to me. So I might be able to come up with one, but you guys got to hit the like button for that to happen. But we're gonna be rusty on the camera and the blowing glass and the live streaming. This is the first one we've done in quite a few months, maybe like 3 months. All right. I would connect a blow tube to here, huh? Does that sound like a good idea to you guys? Do you guys see that GTT recently? It was on one of my feeds, maybe Facebook. I don't know if you guys know that GTT hand torch on the lathe has like this thumb switch, and it turns on and off the outer flame. And I always thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to do this on the back of a Mirage for a travel torch? I think that's what just happened. I am super curious to see that. All right, I'm just gonna heat this up and try to make this seal a little cleaner, even though it's not like a permanent seal. I just want to make sure that it's connected properly. How was Burning Man? How was Burning Man? It was good. And it was, it's like going to a city, but it's a really strange city. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this back in the kiln like this, you guys. I'm gonna connect a blow tube to the other side, because if I remove too much of this, it's gonna get too hot for me to hold to attach the next blow tube. How does that sound? Tell them about my favorite piece of Burning Man. Which was my favorite one? What? The Sonic Sphere. That was a good one. All right. I will tell you about the Sonic Sphere, you guys. 1 second. I think there's a picture of us on the Instagram. No? Oh yeah, there it is. It's the third one back. All right, let's see, what am I gonna do here? Put these together. So I have a couple of other blowouts. These ones are red and pomegranate. And it's for a piece for a friend. So I'll put these together. All right, so here's the deal with one of my favorite pieces at Burning Man. If you want to see it, you can look at my Instagram at Revere Glass. And if you're not following, you should definitely be following. So it's the picture. There's a couple of pictures. It says like Burning Man picture dump. And the third one back is the Sonic Sphere. And it was this sphere that was like, I don't know, probably 150 feet tall. Something like, it was really tall. And you could fit about 200 people inside of it. They were limiting it to 70 to give people space. But it's this big sphere. It's this like geodesic dome. And there was like 56 speakers everywhere. And you lied in this net in the middle of this sphere with 56 speakers from all angles. And they played music, and it kind of like went around you. Like it was like this ultimate surround sound feeling. It was super interesting. And the guy asked if I wanted to hear Tipper or Pink Floyd, because I was talking to the sculptor a little bit before we went in, and I told him I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear Tipper because it would be super weird and crazy. But anyway, yeah, if you check out the Instagram, you can see the Sonic Sphere. That was definitely one of my favorites. That's the thing. There's so much art there. That's one of the things I really love about it, is how much art there is, and how there's so many different sculptures, and they're all so different and beautiful and well made. It's like living in an art gallery for a week. A really hot art gallery. Yeah, Sarah, thank you for the advice on the meal prep. That's also good advice too. Hard-boiled eggs, meat and veg, just like snacks that are ready to go. I know that's part of it too, is the snacks being ready to go. Saving money and having food ready and saving time. Yeah, Tipper did crazy 3D music. It was really insane. And then the sunrises were magical too. Oh my God, you guys want to hear about the craziest thing that happened? I'm never gonna forget this. I probably won't even be able to describe it in a way that has the impact of being there. I mean, of course not. Well, one of the really cool things were these drone shows. And they were shows, you Google it on another tab if you want, keep the sound on. Type in drone shows, type in Burning Man drone shows even. There's some videos of it up, 2022. And they had 1,000 drones, and they would make crazy images in the sky, like ridiculously detailed and animated. And this is one of the most they had LED lights, so they were all different colors, and they got to make these patterns. It was one of the most incredible things I'd ever seen. And the scale of this was huge. You know, like it towered over Burning Man, hundreds, if not thousands of feet of space. I mean, this was a big installation. And so the drones, it was sunrise, which for me is the most magical time at Burning Man. The temperature is the best, and the sky is beautiful colors, and everyone's kind of in this mood of magic because they just had an incredible evening doing whatever with their friends. So sunrise comes, and it's just cracking, and I'm with some of my closest friends, right? And we're riding bikes. We're tired and uh, super feeling good, super feeling good, and the drone show starts kind of right in front of us. And Burning Man's huge; it's like as wide as Manhattan. So it looked like it was happening like right for us, in front of us. And so the drone started making these shapes, and they're moving around, and then it started to make the shape of this man, like kind of walking, and he had this ball in his hand, and then the ball transforms into a hat, and he like goes and puts the hat on his head like this. And then my friend, one of my closest friends, amazing person, is the Clear scientist. He's a cannabis scientist. He started the Clear. He brought distillation to market. So all those vape pens with that, that was him who brought it to market first. And anyway, so he's looking up at this guy who just put on his hat, 1,000 feet tall, massive thing, and he screams, stops his bike and screams at the top of his lungs, "Sick hat!" Or maybe it was like, "Nice fucking hat, dude." And the thing, 1,000 feet tall, literally, like turns like this to face us directly. So now it's looking at us directly. He takes off his hat, tips it to us, and puts it back on, and turns back. And it was just crazy, like how that existed, and the coincidence of what we were doing, because there's no way that thing was controlled, and the operator heard him say that, and it was just a beautiful magic moment. And that's that for me was the most magic moment of one of them. There were some other ones too, but that was special. All right, I've talked for a bunch. Let me see if there's some questions. All right, we got two reds connected. This is eventually going to be a droplet. So for a friend of mine, he wants a male joint. Yeah, you don't see that very often. We usually put female joints on it. I don't know how long you guys have been in the industry, but when dab rigs started to come on the scene, they all had male joints, and everything before that had female joints because they were flower tubes, and well, that's just the way the industry was shaped. Instead of putting the male joint on the piece, you put the female joint on the piece. But then when dab rigs started to happen, this was like 2010-ish, the nails and the domes, it was really the domes, which was the first version of smoking hash that was widely popularized. So they had these domes that fit over male joints back in the day. But yeah, so this guy, he wants some droplet with a male joint on it. It's kind of classic. We got 60 people watching. That's great. If all you guys hit the like button, you guys are getting close to a dad joke. Should hit the like button, because at 100, you guys know what happens. And if you haven't said it already, where are you from? And if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, the classic droplet, exactly. Red with a male joint. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger and probably better because I've made so many of them. The swing arm, that was called the I remember, yeah, it was Hashmaster cut, and the swing arm, that was called the that was before we got a historian here. Owen Glass is a historian for sure if he knows this stuff. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking on this right now. You guys help me out. What was the swing arm called with the titanium? Oh, that was, I made some of those. In fact, I probably have a piece around here that has that style still. Skillets, job bless, skillets. Thai pad. Yeah, you guys are right. We got some old schoolers in here. Super hot hurdy dabs on the skillets. Ugh. Wow. How far we've come in 10 years. Toke City was the place to be. Yep, the Toke City, the secret back end of Toke City. Do you guys remember that? There was a secret back end on Toke City where there was glassblowers selling pipes, and you had to be invited, both the artists and the users got a special permission to go to this back end sales forum. That was crazy. That was a, it was before glass pipes were available online, because glass pipes had that whole pipe dreams thing that slowed it down from being widely sold online. Yeah, there was hot knives too, and then if you were a glass blower, you could heat up a 12 millimeter tube and drop it in there. That's what I used to do. Make little balls and drop it inside the 12 mil. We got 36 likes, 55 people watching. I appreciate you guys spending the evening here. Yeah, when rosin first came out, everyone thought it was like just a fad and like a joke, rosin tech. Everyone was teasing it, and now that's some high-end shit. I mean, they're not doing it with the iron anymore. We did it with the masher. I have this graphite arbor press, and we heated up the arbor press just a little bit with the torch, and then we put the parchment in there and the arbor press for glass blowing and did it that way. Oh, the rosin days. That was, it was revolutionary, man, because at the time, to get that kind of terpene profile, it was unusual. There was not a lot of terpene focused hashes at the time. So, people thought it was a joke, but hey, it lasted. Pay top dollar for rosin. What's up, Florida? How you guys okay? What part of Florida? I hope that you're safe and you're blowing glass and enjoying it. Well, if you guys want to throw out questions, I'm happy to answer them. And if you want to throw out on the torch videos, ideas, I'm happy to hear that as well. We used to pick themes when we were doing the live streams every day. Do you remember that? We'd be like, all right, today we're going to talk about ancient astronaut theory, or something like that. That was fun. I'm open to a theme idea too, if you got one. So now I got these two bubbles together. You see that? That's pretty much. You can see the line a little bit, but it looks pretty good. It should look good when it's all together. Now I'm going to connect a third one here, maybe a fourth one. We'll see how big it gets. All right. Salem, Oregon. Nice. Oregon is beautiful. I like the weather in Oregon. Oh wow, Angry Smurf glass. So you lost power, but you got it back now, and you're gonna jump on the torch. That's good. And all your house and everything is good, I'm assuming. That's good to hear. River Valdez. I have the really small jacks. Those are the Revere style jacks, and I got them from Carlo Dona. Um, who's selling them now? Olympic color rods or colorglass.com is selling them. But I helped collaborate on the design with Dona. All right, so we're gonna blow this up and open this hole up and we'll attach to the other side. You guys make sure you hit that like button. We're almost halfway there. But you guys wouldn't want to hear half of a dad joke. It's kind of like the whole thing. So it makes them so good. You know, and dad jokes are best, you know, we all know this, and I do my best with the dad jokes, but dad jokes are best if they're spontaneous and directly relating to something that's happening in the reality at the moment. Because then it's like, oh, we can try for that, but that takes some synchronicity. So let me know if you guys are glass blowers or glass collectors or other kinds of artists. Maybe you're a glass blower and another kind of artist too. All right. Connect that together. I'm gonna blow this out. This is that pomegranate color, so it's gonna eventually be all red as it strikes in the kiln. You know what you guys should do? If you haven't typed this into YouTube, type in Mayan Warrior Burning Man and go check out that if you're interested in a beautiful art car at Burning Man. Glassblower Collector, Marble Life, MIB. Do you guys know that? That means marble, MIB. A lot of people maybe know that. I don't know. I'd be curious. You guys know that that's what that means, MIB? And does anybody know the origin of that spelling, that identification for marbles? It's old school. Marbles and borosilicate. Oh, got it. Wow, actually that's new to me. I always wondered. Cool, thank you. Job bless. Beautiful, of course. Marbles and borosilicate. Duh. You know, there's a lot of hollow piece bone. There's a lot of skateboarders and glass blowers. It's similar because, you know, it's all about timing. And if you fuck up the timing, you get hurt. So there's a lot of similarities. It's all about the flow. Okay, got this hot. We'll put some air in there. Did you guys get a notification that there was a live stream and then come check it out? Or were you scrolling on YouTube and you had a channel suggestion? Or were you like on the channel already? Or, you know, I'm curious how you guys all came to be here. I know all I did was sit down on Blow Glass and turn on my cameras and press stream. And there's Kenzo too. Got a notification. Oh wow, so there's like a mix. Recommended and notifications. Oh cool, thanks you guys. That's really helpful to see. Or recommended and notifications, a mix of them, huh? You walked out on hot dog selling today? That's a cool sentence. Walked out on hot dog selling today. Oh, nice. Zach Dubs was on the channel looking through the subscriptions, and you're subscribed, I'm hoping. Turn on the notifications. I've been watching for a long time. Yeah, I appreciate you coming, and thanks for watching for so long. My favorite glass blowing tool. I mean, this is the real answer. The favorite tool. I mean, the HVO is pretty incredible. I hated dealing with the oxygen company, and yeah, it was so expensive, and I would get bad doers. It was a bad scene. So the HVO freed me from that. And so I really appreciate the independence that the HVO gives me. And then I like my lathe a lot, you know, but I don't know. I just like the environment. It's chill. Internet videos. That is an amazing YouTube name, by the way. Internet videos. It's really, you could build a lot off of that. The average thickness. I mean, it really depends on what it is. You know, I make a lot of different things. I make pipes, and I also make jewelry and marini. I make wine glasses, and so it depends on what it is that's being made. The pipes, my pipes are pretty thick, I think, generally. Yeah. Gravity, the favorite tool. All right, well, why don't we talk about what would happen if we brought, let's just look at it like this. If we had a system that was safe to use, that produced enough heat to melt glass in a zero gravity environment, how would glass react as far as like how would blowing glass be in a zero gravity environment? And let's keep in mind, we're not going to talk about oxygen and propane and explosives on the space shuttle. That's not this conversation. This is, what if we had the technology to create the heat source in a zero gravity environment? There's got to be some scientists around, some theories on this. What about rigs? 2 millimeters seems a little bit thin to me. You're welcome to send me a picture on Instagram. I'll totally check it out. I mean, it depends what it is, but 2 millimeter might be, I wouldn't want to see it much thinner for the sturdiness of it. Okay, now we have that one made. There's some devitrification here on the end, so I'm going to try to heat that up and get that out of there. I don't like the way that looks, and I want to make sure I can get it out of there before I put too much work in there. Have you guys heard about the borax technique? I have some borax. I'll get it just in case we need it on another day. But if you sprinkle borax on here, it's like the magic getaway potion. You just put it on there and the divot goes away. That's true. Borax. You can buy it at Home Depot. Yeah, a new learning curve. You're referring to the zero gravity experience. That would be a new new learning curve. All right, we got the camera with the kiln on it. Isn't that nice, you guys? We have 5 cameras, something like that, for you guys. I'm just gonna get some water. $5mm joint lesson, yeah. 5mm. I mean, you know, I'm cool with 5mm. Doesn't matter. I haven't made many 5mm rigs. Maybe that's why I need to make some and see what it's all about. Working small. The next guest is Mark Kornblue, and he's gonna be here like next Monday or something, Tuesday. You can sign up for his workshop at revereglass.com. And yeah, we'll maybe do it on the torch together. I'm not sure, but he's gonna be doing deep strike fuming. So like how to get those crazy cool colors in deep fuming work. There's not a guide like Mark is about to make. I mean, there may be, but I haven't seen it. But Mark knows his stuff. Oh yeah, the glass games, they do have the remote control cars. That's part, yeah. That's part of the games. We should try to keep it fun. Back in the day, there was a few competitions, and then now there's some more. What kind of shape do you like to see on your 5mm rigs, you guys? And what size, like for the whole piece? What's the scale that you guys like? All right, you guys. I see a lot of people watching and only 47 likes. Let's hit that like button. Get up to 50. And then 100, we can have a joke. Yeah, I heard that was a good show. The 5mm show. What was your favorite piece there? Three and a half inches. That's small for sure. It's cute. Oh, cool. M4 is a very beautiful shape, the classic form. It's important. an important shape. Mm, 5 millimeter pendant discs. Yeah. Yoda's Glass on Instagram. That's you. Nice. Check it out. No, I wasn't wearing a mask or respirator at Burning Man. Um, for the dust or for the COVID. But I didn't get COVID. A friend of mine did, but he wasn't vaccinated. And then I have a travel trailer. I have an Airstream that I can stay in. So when the dust comes, I can get out of there. Yeah, the dust. Well, yeah, I had protection from the dust though, because it's not dusty like in the air all the time. Only on these crazy dust storms. The cool aquarium glass scene. Dow Glassworks, are you saying that people are making stuff specifically for aquariums and the market has opened up for that finally? That's an old idea, and it'd be cool to hear that was happening right now. The clogged ports was, maybe it's like a couple $100 on GTT. I don't know. Honestly, I don't need to send my torch back very much. I've had this torch like like 10, 15, 12 years. I've never sent it back for being clogged. So it's just make sure you run your torch with enough oxygen. And if you're buying a used torch, yeah, just go ahead and send it to them ahead of time. Glamping is the move. Glamping is the move. I'm a glamper. I have a portable hot tub. It's just so cool to be out in the middle of the trees or in the middle of the nature by the ocean. Bust out this little hot tub, chilling in the Airstream with a fire. I love it, man. It's so relaxing. No, just the sound of nature. I don't know, aquarium landscapes. I think I'm going to be a little biased on this because I used to do aquarium husbandry for many years, so I would do like marine corals. Basically, I would grow corals, and they're super interesting and beautiful and psychedelic. So I really like the natural coral look. But that's, I'm probably like a purist. I bet there maybe like bubblers for freshwater tanks. That would be cool, like different kinds of air moving around. send me a message on Instagram because I'm not going to be able to write it down right now. They're tuned Reno glass, but yeah, send me a message on Instagram, and I'd love to see what you're doing. Any of you guys can. Send me a message, say, hey, I was in the live chat. I wanted you to check out my page. There was a really famous, a couple of glass blowers in Germany, the Blaschka brothers, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Revere glass page. I don't check Dustin Revere too much, and you send it on Revere glass, and me or Kenzo or somebody will see it. The Blaschka brothers. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They made scientific examples of all kinds of plants out of borosilicate glass, and they were very detailed and accurate. They were used in like museums and laboratories so that people would know what plants look like a real three-dimensional model. Internet videos. Have you tried clearing out that clogged port with a small little wire that they can give you, and a brush, a metal brush, and you can put the metal brush inside of the end of a drill and turn on all the oxygen ports on your torch and drill, and then leave the oxygen on, all of it, and then punch out the hole with the little wire, and then do it again. Oh yeah, realistic marine animals. I love marine life. I'm a scuba diver. I think some of you guys know that. But yeah, that's why I stopped doing the fish tanks at home, was because I got into scuba diving. And I was like, man, one, it's so sad to see this not in real life. And two, I'd rather be underwater living that. But yeah, you guys should try scuba diving if you haven't. It's a lot of fun. All right, you guys, can you believe that we've been streaming for an hour? I can't. Time flies. Time flies. But I'm going to be on for a couple more minutes as I finish this up. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. Make sure you hit that like button. Rocio Gamboa, welcome to the chat. Do you like scuba diving too? Yeah, it's been really good to see you guys too. I've missed it. We've been refocusing. We went on that crazy journey, and then we've been kind of settling back, and now we're feeling rejuvenated and got some ideas on what to do and how to make, and yeah, so we just wanted to say hi today. Oh yeah, definitely internet videos. Do it with the oxygen on, all full blast, and see if that helps, because that way if you loosen it up, it blows it out of the torch. So yeah, try that. Let me know how it goes. The benefit of using a metal blow tube is that the glass is not going to get floppy as I'm heating it up to the point where I can blow air into it. And the disadvantage of the metal blow tube is I have to be very careful about the coefficient of expansion because it could crack off the blow tube very easily. All right, now I'm going to transfer this to the other side. We're at 60. You guys, I bet if you all hit the like button, we could still get a dad joke in. But if not, we have to come back next time. I gotta be strict with the dad jokes. We have to do it as a team. Melt that in a little bit. Yeah, Dow, good to see you. Good to hang out. It's been too long. You guys have any questions or answers? I'm also, yeah, if you have questions or answers, I'll take either one of them. Okay, so we got this last comment, which I won't read aloud, and we have 69 likes. So, you know, we got synchronicity everywhere. All right. You guys want to tell me where you're from if you haven't yet? I'm curious. And I'm also curious if you haven't told me how you found the video. Were you getting a notification? JP Fain, I'm having trouble melting my wrap and rake all in. Use thinner glass. Don't put it on so thick. And take it slow. Canada notified. Yeah, if you don't have the notifications on, you guys, now's a good time to turn them on. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good time to subscribe. Why not? I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And you'll get to see me once in a while. Zach Dubs, I wish you so much protection for the hurricane. I hope it's going to be okay. Oregon. What weight class do I use? I love the way that, what weight glass? I read that as what weight class. At first, I thought that was funny. I use all different weight depending on what it's for. A lot of time, it's kind of on the heavy wall side. But then I use some thin wall for some sleeving stuff and some other medium for other stuff. All right, you guys. Normally for Michael, I would use a heavy wall style tubing or make my own tubing that was heavy wall. Yeah. All right, you guys. Cool. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you the next stream. Bye.